Welcome back. And this is it. Travel to Smithville Dam. So we are essentially done with... We'll take a look at the map here in a second. If we go back to Black River and just take a peek. Like I said, there's a few of these left. They have all been done at least once, though. We did meteorology data. We got rid of all the trailers, it looks like. What do we have over here? Oh, I left a piece of service spare parts on the platform over there. That's okay. There's no vehicles in the garage. There is no other tasks to do. Like I said, there's only a couple of logging missions, but we're done. So pretty excited about that. So now we are going to start working on Smithville Dam. We still have a lot of scouting to do, so that's where we're starting. I'm decided if I want to go... Do I want to go this way? And I think there's a fuel trailer down here we can snag. It's part of a task, but we can use some fuel out of it. We do have fuel here. We brought a fuel trailer up here when we brought the P16 back. Or we can go over here and unlock this stuff. So I think I'm going to start by going this way, getting this watchtower, see how I'm on fuel. I think we're okay. But it felt good to get that done. Wrap things up. So if I remember right, this is kind of an annoying, muddy path. We'll have to find a way through here. Like I said, I just kind of want to see how much fuel I have once we get through this. If going left to that fuel trailer is the smart decision. Or we could go up to the base. There's a couple upgrades to get yet on this map before we finish out some of the other vehicles and whatnot. There is the White Western Star to get yet. And pretty much all of the tasks. So this is going to take us a while. Let's see where it takes us, though. I said I'm not really too concerned. We're going to cut through the trees here. I do not want to go through that. Let's go high. Yeah, this is it up here. This is very muddy if I remember right. But there's sort of like a oh, I can't go through that tree either. Can't go through that one. It looked like a tiny tree that I could just go through. Let's see. Let's take this path. So let's see, is that the way up? Yeah, that's the way up. Okay, so we gotta go straight to the watchtower. See, that one knocked over. That's what I thought the other one was. Okay, so we have an upgrade up here. Let me go get that upgrade. Oh, I think that's actually the... Okay, that's the one that... that was the final straw for the Scout 800 on our hard mode save. That was where we finally caved and said, you know what, we're selling this thing. I'm done with it. because we tipped it not once but twice up there. So we're gonna have to be careful with this guy. I think what I might do is get that upgrade. We'll take this back because we do use too much fuel in this thing. We'll swap that engine out. And then maybe we'll swap, because we haven't used the Resvani with the mud tires yet. So maybe we'll swap to that. Do some scouting in that again. Not that the Chevy is bad. I've definitely enjoyed. We conquered the mission that gave us so much grief in Black River. Or not the mission, the contest. Again, that was a Scout 800 thing. Okay, so let's make a left up here and pay a visit to that trailer. So I think I figured out, there was in a previous episode, I don't remember how many episodes ago it was, I made the comment that I wonder if they changed something, because I can grab fuel from an add-on without being in the vehicle. So like if it's a fuel attachment, obviously like the fuel trucks we have, or a repair truck even, you can do it from outside the vehicle. You don't actually have to be attached to it. I think the difference is that it's New Game Plus. I think hard mode does not allow you to do that unless you're attached to the trailer. It's a part of hard mode. And because I was playing again on, was doing a little bit of PS4 couch Snowrunner and playing a hard mode save, and I was like, okay, this doesn't let me do it. So I think it's a hard mode thing. So this is the farm on this map, and I don't know what it is with farms in this game that they're all flooded, but apparently farms get flooded. You're not going to grow much if your farm is just living in a lake. So hopefully a new map, a new day, and no crashes. That's what we're hoping for this episode. Obviously the goal we're starting with is to kind of open up the map, get our scouting finished, and then we can actually say all of the upgrades, all of the scouting, all the watchtowers will be done in the entirety of Michigan after this. And I don't know if we're going to get it all done today. Going back, I've realized that for 3 episodes I said I was working on finishing Smithville Dam. I'm like, okay, we're going to finish Smithville Dam today. Yeah, no, it took 3 episodes. So we are not going to finish scouting today. I'm just going to preliminary with that. So this is where it got all bumpy in here, and I tipped it because there's this like divot right here. You just got to be careful and go slow. And turn around in a different spot. Turn around where there isn't a big divot. Alright, let's head out of here. Get back to the base. Swap this engine out, and then we're going to swap out to the Resvani. Come on, let's get down here. Let's not tip over. That's the goal today. No rescuing. Now, mind you, both scouts have the autonomous scout winch. So, feel a little safer on the scouts because pretty much I can rescue myself. Like, when we rolled the Chevy down the hill, I didn't really feel too terrible about it. I felt way more terrible tipping the P512 several times. I might have to make like a montage of all of our crashes at the end of the Michigan series. Okay, so let's get up here. Of course it's nighttime. You kind of saw part of it in a previous episode as well, but we have our fleet on display up here. But one thing you didn't see, which we're going to see here in a moment, is just how much fuel we brought with us. And it's pretty good. I think we're going to be okay. So yeah, that's going to be something that might be part of this episode as well. Or I might do it after this episode, but there's going to be some placement of fuel vehicles amongst the map, including the rescue Kodiak, which has been the hero. Okay. So let's take a little peek here at our fleet. You can see it off in the distance there. Okay, so this trailer is part of a mission that comes over here, but it's got some fuel in it. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. And then we're going to add this up. I'm going to put it all on the screen after we're done here. So this one has 286 gallons. Okay. This was our fuel trailer that was at the base in Black River. We did stop and fill it up, so it's pretty full. This one has 515 gallons. So we have our Resvani. Again, I'm not a huge fan of when you swap out the tires to mud tires. It takes away the cool gold wheels. That's a miss. And we have our... Gotta get the lights on it. This one, we're going to do a little bit of a comparison as well, but we're going to wait until it's daytime. We have the tractor, we have the P16, we have the P512, here's our GMC, and then we have our 2 fuel trucks. And if I go here, refuel, let's go. Okay, so they both have 476 gallons. So just quick off the top of my head, I'm going to say we'll have a total on the screen here for you, but it's probably more than 1,600 gallons. Maybe a little more. So, yeah, I think we're okay. And we have the fuel trailer down here as well. So figure it's probably 2,000 gallons. So interesting, but yeah, it's we have a lot of fuel. So let's get this into the garage. We do need to eventually go and put the repair points back in this as well. And there is a restock by the dam on this map. So so let's change this engine out to this guy. Just because I feel like it performs more accurately for this one. All right, so let's just park this guy. Fill it up. Fill it up at one of our 17. Actually, no, we don't even need to. We'll fill it up when we go somewhere with it. What a lineup, huh? All right, so let's oops, except I started the engine. I do that way too much. I gotta change that. Okay, so let's hop in the Resvani and take a look where we would like to go. Why don't we go left first? There's a couple of upgrades to get. And then is there one upgrade? There's one upgrade to get. Yeah, let's go to left to see the farm. It's been a minute since I've been driving in this one. I did some cosmetic upgrades. I changed the bumpers out. Just felt like making it look even cooler, and then I swapped the tires out and was disappointed, but yeah, we have even more repair and fuel on this one, so I feel like this is going to be the better choice for doing scouting, because we can go farther without worrying about fuel. Plus, this thing gets pretty darn good gas mileage. It's not the most capable scout as we discovered early on in the series, but oh, we'll see what it does with the mud tires now. I still think, just by nature of it being a scout vehicle, it will still suffer from scout vehicle problems where it's too much torque, too much wheel spin, too much ground drag, obviously, from like being in mud and that kind of thing. But we'll see how it does. Maybe the tires definitely do change the characteristics of lots of vehicles, so we'll see what happens. But it never was bad. So yeah, this I remember the first time I went through here and I looked at this and said, how am I supposed to get to this farm? And there's paths you can take along the side, but as long as I feel like the way that I've always done it is kind of stay on the right side here, and it's the easier way, even though it's kind of the bumpier way. And there might be a better way to do it, but let's grab this. We're gonna try and remember to grab tasks as we pass them this time. All right, so the first watchtower is actually down from here. We got to go this way. Let's go get that one. There's also, I need to figure this out. So if anybody's done this, leave me a comment below. But there's a mission, I think, or maybe like an achievement or something to smash pumpkins. I saw. Now I don't see it. I don't know if maybe it was a seasonal thing that they had. But I've never done that one, and it was literally just, find pumpkins on the ground in farms and drive over them. But so yeah, with this extra body add-on, by the way, I thought this was neat as well when I got this, because it was also dark when I got this. And so the rear add-on that has the repair parts and fuel also has lights on it, and I'm kind of glad it's night that we're using this, because I thought it looked pretty cool. It's a neat effect. Let's just cut through. We can go through this. All right, so there's our upgrade location discovered. Which it is. We go down through here. Like this. And then we want to make this a little bit earlier, though. That. I remember you don't want to go through that. You want to kind of cut over the trees. Okay, and then we can go... Probably come back this way, and we'll... Go grab that. There's a task way up there. I don't know if we'll get that. Maybe we'll get it. So that's my goal today. Like I said, we're just going to do part of the... Definitely part of the scouting. Because there's some missions that are for scouts as well. So I would consider that as well part of scouting. And we're definitely not going to get to those today. Because that's on the other side. I think there might be one over here too. There's also a really neat mission, if I remember correctly, from previous gameplays. Or game saves. I think there's a mission that you have to like drag a trailer out into this lake. And there's like rocks that are just under the surface of the lake that you have to drive on, and then you get into an island, and then you drag the trailer out there. And that's going to be something we're probably going to use. I don't know, maybe the White Western Star, maybe the tractor. I don't know. We'll have to think about that one. Because you need suspension travel for that one, and I don't think the tractor will be... It's probably not the best, but yeah, I think you can see it. I think it's that island. I can't see it yet. Yeah, see right here? There's these like rocks, and they're underwater. there's a few of them that are over water, but they're only a couple feet underwater, so it's like driving through any water that we've driven through so far, but it's just really scary because if you go off of those, you're in the lake. All right, let's get up here. I don't remember what this... We'll have to take a look and see what this upgrade is. I think it's for something that we're not using. Maybe it's an engine for this. I feel like it's an engine. And it was for something that we didn't have. We'll take a look. We're starting to get to the... I haven't done these before. It's like I said, in previous game saves, a lot of time what I did is I would do the scouting, which is, I really enjoy this part of the game, as I said before, but, so do the scouting, get the watchtowers, get the upgrades, get the vehicles, do some of the tasks and that kind of thing, and like stuff like unlocking bridges that you have to do, and I'd find a task that I'd be like, oh, that looks neat, let's go do that, you know, but I never like completed things, right? So... me going through this and cleaning it up, first of all, makes my OCD happy. And second of all, just it feels good to get it done, you know? But you can play the game however you like. I'm definitely a big proponent of that. Whatever is fun for you. And so far, even with all the crashes, which I think it's actually pretty fun to go on a recovery mission with a vehicle. Ooh, no. Okay. Let's not. Okay. That rock almost. Yeah, this is really muddy from what I remember. Okay, so here is whatever this upgrade is. Let's see. Not for the current truck. Oh, it's an engine for the Transstar, for the other fuel vehicle. The cab over fuel vehicle. That's what it is. I mean... I guess I'll throw it in there, but I don't think that thing's ever going to drive more than down a flat road. because it's pretty bad. We might, like I said, because the beginning part of this map is pretty good to get vehicles through. We might take it for a little trip. It does have, surprisingly, I mean, I guess it's a highway vehicle, right? So like it's supposed to have big fuel tank, but it's got a 71-gallon fuel tank. It's definitely higher than some of our other vehicles. We got the two that have 53. Yeah, there is no fuel trailers on this map, though, besides for what we brought. I shouldn't say that. There's one. There's a scout trailer that's part of a mission. And we are going to take that at some point and probably just fill up one of our fuel trailers, whatever our closest fuel trailer is. And maybe we'll take it with us. Maybe we'll take it with us on that side when we do that side of scouting, because it's over on the right side of the map. And we'll do all the scouting with it. This thing doesn't have a trailer hitch. We're gonna have to do it with the Chevy. I just remembered that this does not have a trailer hitch. Okay, so let's... You can just cut through the trees. I think we can just cut right through here. Yep. Perfect. Is there any tasks in here? I think there's a task, like, down this way. Let's go check. This might be the one where you take the bridge, or take the trailer across the river. I think it is, actually. It's either that or the one that's on the other side. Don't remember. Nope. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, this is it. It's one of these trailers, too. These trailers, whenever you see these, like, canvas covered trailers, these are always a mission trailer. There's never anything in them. Across the river. We need a trailer delivered to the middle of the river. Why? Well, I can't tell you. Yeah, here. It's right there. And you take it from this side, too. It's the easier way. Now you just kind of like hop on these rocks, tow a trailer with the current pushing you. Okay, so let's figure out where is this. Is probably, I think it's easier from this way. Like if we go down this way, let's go around this way and see what we see. If I remember correctly, I think it's easier this way, but if it's not, we'll just have to figure it out. So yeah, we're still doing okay on fuel. I want to say we have like 27 in the one. Let's take a look real quick. Refuel. Yeah, 27 and 16. So quite a bit. $22, 27 is 49, and 16 is 65 gallons of fuel total. It's more than, that is more fuel than what is in the P512, and it gets better gas mileage. And that's sort of the purpose of scouts. But there's also some this is why later on, when you get better vehicles, better off-road vehicles that get very good fuel economy, have very big tanks, and even have like add-ons to carry additional fuel, it's better to use a off-road truck like a 6x6 or even the 8x8. Some of the 8x8s are real fuel efficient, and it's better to use those than it is to use a scout. All right, so let's get in. We got to figure out what way to get in this marsh. That is the easiest way. I think there's a path. Let's see. Is this the path? It might be the path. If not, we're making a path. Where is it? Where is it? It's like right here and it doesn't show up. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna start going through. Stay near trees. Look for dead trees. Okay, this is fine. Should be fine. Looks pretty marshy. We'll see how it does. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. So now we have that unlocked, and that's this side. So we could go up here and grab this task, which maybe we'll do. There's a couple of trailers up here that'll give us experience. Yeah, why don't we explore? We're gonna explore today. I'm kind of in a no goal mode today again. Sort of the funnest way to play this game as well. Oh, did I go the wrong way? Probably. Which way did I come from? Yeah, that way. There we go. I needed a tree on this little island. I remember this is pretty... I think this is where we have to take that one trailer too. The fuel and repair parts trailer. I think they call them like maintenance trailers. And we got to drag it all the way up here. But again, we'll do that once we start emptying some of the other ones, or we'll just use that one first. Then we'll drag it up here. There's a couple of things that do need repair vehicle or repair trailers. Like the quest, there's a quest down on the bottom right we passed when we originally went through here for our scouting. Just a damaged vehicle that all you do is repair it and you finish the quest. That's it. And there's a, I think that's actually called the maintenance trailer, the one that has just the repair points in it. But there is, okay, let's not. We're leaning a little bit. But there is a trailer that's down that way. If I go to the map here. So this maintenance trailer here, this service trailer, that's what it's called. Service trailer. And then this guy doesn't show because it's not ours. But it's called, I think that's the maintenance trailer. This is the service trailer. And you just drag it from there to here and repair this truck. That's it. Pretty easy. I just had a scout vehicle then. I wasn't dragging that big trailer. So let's see, where do we gotta go? Just keep going straight. Except not in this very muddy looking spot. That looks kind of muddy too. I see solid grass. I'm gonna go on the solid grass. That's definitely muddy. Then again, I guess that can be kind of deceiving too. Sometimes you'll get it where it looks like it's solid grass, but it's definitely not. All right. So this task, and then let's go keep going forward. If I remember right, this whole area is like extra sloppy mud. There's a thing, so there's a, I don't think it's in in the vanilla maps. So like Michigan, Alaska, Tamir. Maybe in Tamir is the first time you see it, but there's what they call super mud and super snow. And this is not it yet. It's pretty deep and mucky, but super mud is a whole different thing. That's you're definitely getting stuck if you don't have something to winch or a really strong vehicle. Let's go discover this trailer. There we go. Hey, level 10. Ooh, the R87. Oh, that's tempting. We could go and buy that too, but we'd have to again go to another map, which we're not going to do any more of. I promise. We did it the one time. We got a couple of pretty good vehicles that we didn't really per se need, but they're helping. That's for sure. Some helping, some causing stress. Some tipping a little bit too much. That's just me though. That's my driving style. It's something that I kind of keep as a mantra. I do this in World of Warcraft and other games as well. But it's asking yourself, what could I have done better? And I could have definitely driven better or driven slower or not been talking while I was driving. But that's no fun, you know? Paying closer attention. That's why, like I said, every now and then I'll just sit on the couch with the dog, do some dog cuddles, and do some couch Snowrunner. Because then I can just play in silence. So yeah, hopefully everybody's enjoying the little bit spaced out. Some of these are pre-recorded, obviously. So this is an episode that's going to be in the future. But yeah, there's lots of game stuff happening. Lots of interesting game stuff happening. Like I said, I'll see if I want to do other game series or not. I don't know. We'll see. It's possible that will happen. But I haven't figured out what I want to do with any of them yet. Like, do I want to do... There's a couple of options that are immediate, but the first one is obviously Farm Sim 22. But like, I feel like maybe I'm not creative enough to do some of the, because there's a lot of really creative people out there that do really entertaining things with like the role play series. And like, I don't necessarily want to do a role play series. It would be more of like I'm playing to play. But I feel like that's almost what you should do, if that makes sense. Oh, I missed the trailer. That's all right. We'll get it on another pass. There is a trailer here, though. I think this is one that we get experience from. So this is the logs on this map. And if I remember correct, yeah, it's only medium logs. So this is why logging kind of sucks, because there's lots of, in fact, there's lots of long log deliveries out here in this side of this map. And if we look at where we'd have to go, we'd have to bring them all the way from, let's even for entertainment purposes, bring them all the way from here, which is where you get the long logs, through this path, through here, down here, across the river, and you usually go up this way and around, or this way and around. And just to get into Smithville Dam, which then you start way the heck over here, and you take it up here, down through the farms, through all this mucky stuff that we went through, and like deliver long logs to this guy's house, or up here, or down to this place, you know. And it's like, that's a long trip for one long log, one load. And yeah, there's ways like this trailer right here. This is the trailer that I would use for logging if I did it. because it's a sideboard long, and then you can just unpack them and they become 3 long logs that just sit and roll around in the bottom of this. But then you have to bring a crane trailer to load and unload that vehicle, because you have to like have a log carrying vehicle as well that you drive to the spot. So you still have to drive 2 vehicles there. And it's, I mean, it works on, if I was doing a multiplayer save, which I've never really done, then sure. Then I would, let me get through here. I think we can get through here. Then I would do it. Like if it was multiplayer and you could, you know, have a caravan of log carrying vehicles, or a vehicle with this trailer loaded full of empty logs essentially, and then a crane vehicle, so like one person playing the crane and then another person playing the log loading vehicle that actually has like the capacity to put the 3 logs in it and then pack it so it becomes a load of logs that you can then turn in. That'd be pretty fun. I think that would be but yeah, if it was just me doing it, there's no way. Because that's, you either got to do in individual trips, and I've done it too. I've done the logging missions before, and I'm like, God, this is so long. It would be like, honestly, if I didn't skip ahead. This is just to give you an idea. The last episode was actually about 3 hours of actual time. So that got cut down to 50 something minutes. Because I just cut so much of driving out of it. Just meaningless driving. And it was on a map where we've seen all of the paths several times. So I figured, you know what? We're just going to cut this out. But yeah, it's a lot of work to do the logging missions. Now the benefit is, so I've thought about it. I still am on the side of we're not doing them. But they do give you an astronomical amount of experience. It's not the money. It's the levels. So like we could level rapidly with those. But I guess I'm in no rush. I have the vehicles I need for where I'm at in the game currently. And like I don't really need additional let's just, for the heck of it, let's take a look at that too and show you what I'm talking about. So here's the, not this one. Here for the locals, okay? This is the first one, and that's just Black River deliveries. Here, let's go over here. Show you what you'd have to do this. So you get $33,000, but it's $14,000 for the long log trailer, and then $14,000 for the long log add-on. So just buying the trailer, if you're in hard mode where you can't sell the trailer back, you don't even make enough to pay for this mission. Because 14,000 twice is, I guess you do, but barely, right? So you take logs from this log station, 3 long logs, okay, 3 of them, right? To the lumber mill. Where's the lumber mill? So you got to go 3 times from here to here, okay? So you could use the 3 vehicle approach where you use the one with the trailer, one with a crane, and one with the ability to load long logs, right? So you do that, bring 3, and then what? But once you have the load vehicle and the crane vehicle there, I guess it's just a single trip for 3 vehicles when you look at it that way. But if you did it the real way with a long log vehicle where you load it up, drive it, unload it, drive back, load it up 3 times, okay? Just this one. Then you have 3 times to the farm with medium logs. And there is some vehicles that can do a medium log. I don't think we have any though. Maybe the 512, but medium logs on the vehicle and then a medium log trailer is possible. But again, it's a $14,000 trailer again. So that you have to buy from the store, that you don't find those ever. Later maps you do. You get small trailers. But so yeah, 3 times to the farm, and then 3 times again to the town storage for 1 quest. That would be more than an hour easily. It's probably like 2 or 3 hours of driving if you did it one at a time. For 2,000 experience though, which is almost a whole level. So it's a lot. And like, you know, you look at this one, you look at Timber at Arm's Reach, that's 1,800 experience. They're all high. This one's actually kind of low. That doesn't feel like it's fair. I guess Drummond Island has its own medium log place, so it's probably not as hard. Logs to the workers. So here's long logs again. 1 down to the quarry, 1 down to the... So you got to go all the way from here to places in Smithville Dam. Here, I'll show you that one real quick too. Not that one. Logs to the workers. For 1,000 experience. 1 from all the way over there to here. And then a separate one from all the way over there to way the heck over here. Which is a totally different path. Way over here. So it's questionable. Like I said, I still don't want to do them, but we'll see. Okay, so there is some more scouting. Not really scouting, some upgrades to get in the middle. So we're gonna go see the dam. If you haven't seen it in one of my previous episodes, it's pretty cool. Put all-wheel drive on. Yeah, we're still doing good on fuel, and then we can check while we're over there. We're gonna stop at the repair point place where you can restock your repair points. I don't remember if this thing has any repair points that I've used out of it, but we're gonna check and just fill up the repair points if we need to while we're there. So we got to do that with the Chevy at some point. It's only 50 points, but it's still nice to have it in case like something breaks all the way. You can at least repair it some. Which way do we got to go out of here? We got to make a left. All right, then we're at the farm, so that's easy. Then I know where we are. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Like I said, today we're going to probably do a couple of these, get a few of these upgrades over this way, because we got most of them when we went through the last time when we came through from the Drummond Island side. But I just want to finish out this side, and then maybe in the next episode we'll head over to the other side and do scouting over there. And then if I were to accurately guess timing better than I have been, then the following episode would be maybe the scouting missions, or maybe something else. Maybe we'll do like going to get the White Western Star, or doing some tasks or whatever. Here we'll go a different way. You don't want to go in the field because it's really muddy, but you can kind of go down the side of it. It's a little rocky though. Yeah, you can, if you kind of just break the fence, you can go right here, ruin this farmer's fence. This is probably the easier way to go, especially with a larger vehicle if you're worried about like getting stuck in that. But I don't know, I feel like larger vehicles do okay in that stuff as well. If I was like driving the international fuel truck that we have, the cab over fuel truck, I'd probably take this way. All right, so we are gonna swing by this fuel truck. Okay, so give me some fuel. Give me that some fuel, and we'll just top everything off. What did we say it was? 65 gallons? So we're at our 65 gallons again. There is a task to pick up over here. Let's take a quick peek at. Ah, that's where the... Okay. So right across from this is the path. So I was looking at the possible other routes of getting... Here, let's take a quick peek at that. Let me swap over to the screen. So this is where the White Western Star is, where we're coming up on, and this is the way you normally go through here. But if you look, this is where that rock is that you can get hung up on. That's really hard to get through. But you can kind of maybe go this way, but I think it's really steep. It's real steep. But we could go this way. But then it's like a really long path to drag that thing. Like you either got to go down and around through the mud and then come up this way, which is also pretty hard. Or... Yeah, sorry. There's really no good way to get this. Even going this way and around and up is really hard. It would take a lot of time to get a vehicle. So I think we're still going to just go the normal way. Drag it out that way. Because you got to take it from here up to the base. Up to the garage. So it's a lot. I think it's possibly too much work to try a different path. Maybe we'll take a peek. See if there's another way to get through. But I still think the tractor is going to be the way to do it. Even though it doesn't turn very well. We'll just have to do lots of wiggling. Oops, except I wanted to grab this quest. Yeah, see the spare tire still has the gold wheel. Makes me sad. I don't think we used any of the repaired points in this thing. We're gonna find out. This is where one of the contests are. Again, a contest I haven't done yet. There was one that you had to be in cab, but it was like driving down a road in like 10 or 11 minutes. So I was like, maybe, but I don't know. I still just don't like... I do not like driving with the in-cab view. Kind of like to, you know, either stay behind or quarter like this where I can see what's going on with my tires. So we got to go back that way here in a second because there's an upgrade over there I'd like to get. But I'm going to just stop up here. I don't think there's any tasks to get up here. There's just the contest. Yeah, right there. And then our repair points. Oh, I did use some. Okay. So yeah, 94 repair parts, $188. Not bad. I don't remember what I used that on. I must have repaired something. Okay, so like right about here is another upgrade that we need to get. If I remember correctly, that's about where it is. And is there any other upgrades over here that we didn't get? I don't think so. I think that's it. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just finish this out. Grab this upgrade. I think this is one of the last ones for the White Western Star as well. So that's another reason I wanted to do this first, is just why get a vehicle that you don't have all the upgrades for yet? What did I do to the license plate of this thing? Look at that. It's like smooshed. Yeah, we'll have Bob fix it. So yeah, over here is not the last upgrade on the map. I think there's one or two more on the right side. I believe it's the locking diff for the GMC, actually. Which, who knows? Maybe the GMC will become Rescue GMC. It'll take the position. I don't think anything's going to take the crown from the Kodiak. So yeah, let's grab this. And then we're going to end the episode with a little bit of vehicle comparison at the base, since it's nice and sunny now. To kind of recap some of the things that we discovered in previous episodes. Where's this upgrade? Did I get this? Okay, that's confusing. The repair thing is right here. I must have gotten it. Did I do this without remembering that I did this? This is really confusing. I could have swore we haven't traveled down here yet, like this was the first time. Maybe we did get this. That's weird. It should be right there. Alright, well, we're not going to figure that out right now. Let's go back to the base. Okay, so first comparison. About this vehicle and why it is not good at doing long trailers. Okay, so that one, and let's grab the GMC. That's why all of these have either high saddle, low saddle, doesn't matter, it's basically the same. Let's get this close to the other one. I want to get the rear lined up more than anything, and I think you might see it already. So the way to do this. There we go. All right, and one more. This guy's got a low saddle on it as well. Those are pretty even. Those look pretty even. Okay, so we're gonna try and line up the camera. Let me move this just a tiny bit forward. There we go. That was all I needed. All right, so the distance between this and the end of the frame is the problem. Okay, so even looking at the GMC back here, it's maybe a tiny bit more forward than the P512 here, but the position of where it puts, and it's based on the axles, right? So they put it directly in the middle of the two axles. So if the axles are further back on the frame, this is the type of vehicle you want to use with long trailers. This one, because it's got the axles pushed forward, it's not very good at it. And actually, we're going to grab one more vehicle because I wanted to take a look at this one. Nope, not in range. We need to grab the Rescue Kodiak. I would like to point out that we also gave this guy a worthy sticker. Track rescue units on both sides, and we put a big and dirty on the top, as it's earned it. It has definitely earned it. So if this vehicle had a low saddle, we use the theory of they put it directly over the axle. Because this thing has one axle, this would probably be worse. I would never use a long trailer. You can use this for logging, but I would never use a long trailer with this thing. Okay. So let's turn around this way. Oops, I'm crooked. OCD. OCD is going to bother me. Come on, get lined up. Okay. So this tire lines up with this tire, which means that the low or high saddle would be about here. So it would actually be further up front than even the Fleet Star. So that's when you're looking at a vehicle and what you want to use for a long trailer, short trailer. I would definitely say look at where the axle sits. And if the axle's pushed further back, it's okay to use a long trailer. So just a little bit of information that I was looking at. And then there's one more comparison I want to do. I'm just going to park a couple of these vehicles. This guy can go over here. We're going to take him to be Rescue Kodiak somewhere. And this guy, we'll just put him in the garage. I'm going to want to change the... this thing's never going to have a low saddle again. Okay. And let's grab the GMC. We'll figure out what we're going to do with him at some point as well, but he's going to go in the garage too. All right, and then our last comparison, which we said we were going to do, is comparing the two Pacific vehicles, and I already know the answer because I looked at this, but this thing is way bigger. Like, enormously bigger, so it makes sense that this thing is rated as 27 tons and the other one's rated as, what was it, 13 tons, I think? Let's get him as close as we can. It's hard to get these ones OCD lined up because the rear tires do stick out further. That's good enough. All right, so you can see right away they're about the same length actually, but the axles are tucked in a little bit further on this one, which doesn't really matter when you're using because it's such a... I think this one would have no problem doing a high saddle because they're so long. This can only do high saddle, right? So the positioning on this one probably doesn't matter, but you only use it for high saddle or logs, right? But I mean, just look at the size comparison. Even the tires are larger, which I looked at that and I said, oh, that's why it looks bigger. Tires are larger. But yeah, I mean, they're definitely... You can see similarities, but they are two very different vehicles for sure. So, but they have pretty much the same thing. They're the same really good OHD2 tires. Is it OHD2 or OHD1? I forget. But the same, rear drive only, diff lock only. This one comes with the P16 actually comes with the diff lock, and it's always on. Whereas this one gets it at like level 15, I think, and it's engageable. So yeah, there's trade-offs for both for sure. But yeah, they're big vehicles. So that's what we're gonna leave it at that today. Like I said, we're gonna start parking some vehicles, getting some stuff moved around. I might get some fuel vehicles out there in the world, but so that's my plan for. Before the next episode. That's the only extra work we're going to do. We're not going to do any quests or tasks or anything. I'm just going to get stuff back to the road, and definitely appreciate you guys hanging out for another episode. This is episode 10, so we are moving along. We're into the next map here, and we're going to work on getting this one done, and I think maybe another 10 episodes will be in the next map. Yeah. Maybe a little longer, who knows. This one has got quite a few contracts in it, and they're some large delivery ones, so we'll have to see about maybe doing an overload of a long trailer. That might happen. So stay tuned. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. and we'll see you guys in the next one.